Here's where we stand with coronavirus cases. Kansas is reporting 500 new cases today. Health officials say the big jump is due to positive cases at Lansing Correctional Facility and due to delays in reporting. The state has a total of 4,200 total cases and 129 total deaths. Missouri is reporting 137 new cases today. The state has 7,500 total cases and 329 total deaths. Assisted living facilities and nursing homes have proven to be hot spots for COVID-19. Several local facilities have been struggling to contain outbreaks. KMBC 9's Matt Evans explains how cases at those facilities are contributing to the numbers here.
According to new numbers compiled by KMBC 9 Investigates, we now know just how many cases and deaths are related to outbreaks at long-term care facilities in several parts of the metro, like here in Jackson County, not including Kansas City, Missouri. 46% of the reported deaths are at long-term care facilities. In Jackson County, there are 311 total reported cases. About 8% of them, 25 cases, are in long-term care facilities. But out of the county's 13 reported deaths, 6 deaths are related to outbreaks at 2 facilities, 3 deaths each at both the Parkway Senior Living Facility and at the Oak Grove Nursing and Rehab Facility. Across the state line in Johnson County, Kansas, 110 cases have been reported in long-term care facilities. 25 people have died related to those outbreaks, which accounts for more than 60% of the county's total of 40 deaths. These numbers metro-wide are following a similar trend that we've seen all across the country that shows just how quickly an outbreak can spread at these long-term care facilities and also just how susceptible their populations are to developing serious complications due to COVID-19. In Independence, Matt Evans, KMBC 9 News.
There have been other outbreaks at long-term care facilities. An outbreak at the Meadowview Health and Rehab Center in Harrisonville has resulted in 4 deaths. Outbreaks at Riverbend Post-Acute Rehab Center and Life Care Center in Wyandotte County have resulted in 33 deaths. Unemployment claims have dropped in Kansas and Missouri, but they're still at historic levels. Kansas reported 28,000 unemployment claims last week. Missouri reported 52,000 claims. Now, those are down from the previous week, but they're still at least 15 times higher than pre-coronavirus levels. Over the past 6 weeks, more than 14% of the labor force in Kansas and Missouri have filed unemployment claims. We're hearing about more trouble with the Kansas unemployment system. Workers are frustrated with slow computers and processing claims. Several self-employed workers reached out to KMBC 9's investigative reporter Matt Fleener. He took their concerns straight to the Kansas Labor Secretary.
We just need a little help.
It just makes no sense to me.
It's been a tough few weeks for 2 Kansans who are self-employed.
The federal government promised us this money, and it's been sitting there doing nothing. And we're just getting rejected and rejected every week.
It's a freaking lie. Tell the people exactly what's going on.
Frustration why an extra $600 per week from the federal government for self-employed workers like hairstylists or real estate agents hasn't gone out. KMBC 9 Investigates, learning the department had to build a new computer system for self-employed workers from scratch. Those workers can start applying for help May 12th. Payments will start going out May 25th.
I heard some timelines toward the end of May. Can this go any faster?
Those are projected timelines. I'm pushing my team and we're working as hard as we can, including the weekend, to see if we can move that faster.
At least there's now a date. At the same time, frustration. They still have to wait.
Literally, people are, having to stand in food lines in Kansas City and on the Kansas side because they can't figure out how to get a computer system to work.
As businesses remain closed and employees are still out of work, the Kansas Labor Secretary also says Kansans should reach out to lawmakers to continue to push for updates to that computer system, which was built in the 1970s. Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
Now, Matt asked several more questions of the Kansas Labor Secretary, and you can find that full interview on his KMBC Facebook page. Harvesters is helping meet a need in Wyandotte County. It hosted a free mobile food distribution at the former Indian Springs Mall on State Avenue. It was first come, first served. The goal was to serve 1,200 families, and cars lined up around the block.
We know right now the need is incredibly high. This is so important for us to do because overnight, really, with the pandemic, there were many people all of a sudden that became unemployed. They're looking for help the first time. We have a very large network of community partners, churches and nonprofits that serve neighbors in their area that are food insecure. and they're seeing anywhere from 45% to 50% increase in the number of people that are looking for help.
If you need help with food and produce, go online to harvesters.org. And here's an update on coronavirus testing. Both Kansas and Missouri had the highest testing levels we've seen in 4 days. Kansas performed 469 tests per million people Wednesday. Missouri performed 595 tests per million people. That's compared to the entire U.S., which performed more than 700 tests per million people. Truman Medical Centers will continue to host mobile testing sites next week. On Tuesday, it's at Northeast High School from 8 to 11. On Wednesday, it's at Guadalupe Centers Elementary from 1 to 4. And on Friday, it's at Friendship Baptist Church from 10 to 1. These tests are free. People must have at least one COVID-19 symptom to get tested. A former White House advisor is calling for a national center for epidemic forecasting. Dylan George tracked biological threats for the Bush and Obama administrations. He says vaccines are important, but a national response to pandemics is critical.
When a hurricane is coming barreling down on the East Coast, we don't scramble to ask a handful of random people to actually understand what the hurricane is doing, figure out how to mitigate it, and pre-position materials and personnel across the East Coast. We have a unified response in how to move this forward. We need to figure out a national plan and a national strategy.
You can track the curve of COVID-19 cases in Missouri and Kansas on our website. We update those numbers daily. Just go to KMBC.com, click on Coronavirus Track the Curve. Before we go to break, we want to share an act of kindness in Blue Springs. Earlier this week, 3 teachers made signs and delivered them to each of their students' homes. The district says it's sweet to see teachers inspiring students when faced with difficult circumstances.